Our next speaker comes from the Justice and Peace Project, of course, the Peace and Justice Project. He needs no introduction. He is the occupier of Downing Street. He's the rightful owner of Number 10. He has been our leader. He's still the leader of millions. Jeremy Corbyn.
Said and all the work that you do and the incredible leadership that you bring and will bring to our trade unions all over this country. And speaking here today as the representative of the Project for Justice and Peace, I want to bring a message to you of this. First of all, I'm so proud to see such a range of organisations and communities and interests in this square here today. People representing the hope of a world of peace, not war. Of a world free of nuclear weapons, not threatened by nuclear weapons. I'm here proud to stand alongside teachers and educational campaigners who bring hope to our children through their skills and are campaigning for proper payments to our schools to help children recover from corona and the way in which they've lost so many educational opportunities. I'm proud to be here alongside health campaigners for all that they do and all that they've done and all that they will do. And I'm also very proud to be here alongside so many people who understand with passion the whole issue of environmental sustainability. I am fearful that COP26 in Glasgow later this year will become an exercise in greenwash self-aggrandizement before they get into private jets to head off home. The reality is the poorest people in the poorest countries suffer the worst air quality, the worst quality food, the shortest life expectancies, and the danger of flooding, pandemics, and of course so-called natural disasters. So we have to be serious about campaigning for environmental justice all over the world as well as in this country. Our health service was founded by people with vision. Vision of healthcare free at the point of use as a human right. The current Secretary of State for Health is only interested in handing out contracts to Serco or other companies, privatising our NHS, and our Prime Minister said to me in December 2019, I was scaremongering when I said American companies would come in and take over our NHS. Well, if I was scaremongering, how come Centene now run a GP practice in my own constituency? I say, get the contractors out of the NHS! Pay the NHS staff the 15% increase. But we as a movement are not just about defending the gains that our predecessors made in health, in education, in housing, and in so many other areas. We're about taking things further forward. A world of peace, a world of justice. And there's a great injustice that happens when you get older. And all of us one day are going to get older. Probably half the people in this square at some point in their lives are going to need social care. I say this to those that are thinking of social care policies. Make social care the equivalent of our NHS and provide it free crisis that have ever been created before. We can afford to tax those billionaires to fund the services. That is what justice is about. That is what justice looks like. And here today, all of us, in all our diversity, are a real strength. We will never allow the Islamophobes, the anti-Semites, the united as a people demanding a fair and just world, demanding a world fit for the next generation, for our children to grow up in. Now, political power comes from lots of places. Yes, of course, there is political power that comes from elected offices. That is absolutely obvious. But those that set out on the road to free education, housing, healthcare, set out in the southern states of the USA on the road to try and achieve democracy, set out in the colonies of the 19th century to achieve independence, or in the 18th to abolish slavery, didn't hold political office. All they held was the ability to unite each other together in a common cause. Now, it is up to us. Stay together, be together, be strong and active together, and that will give hope to our generation, the next generation, and the generations after that. Stay strong, stay solid. Thank you.